Tolls are going up on the Fort Frances International Falls Bridge.
Now, the mayor of Fort Frances wants to see the privately owned bridge put into public hands, saying the dramatic spike in the price of multi-crossing passes was a shock to residents on both sides of the border. Lee Noonan has more.
Ajogan, the company that now owns the bridge, recently announced a new toll structure. The toll for a light vehicle crossing is up from $9 Canadian to $11, but Fort Frances Mayor Andrew Halikas says the big shock to the community was the new cost for a commuter card. As of January 2nd, the price will be tripled from $30 to $90 for a 12-crossing card.
That really caught people off guard, and justifiably so. They're upset, especially people that work over there. We have friends and relatives on both sides of the border, and some people go across, every day. So that can add up a lot.
The International Bridge is one of only two privately owned bridges connecting Canada and the U.S. The toll bridge was purchased from Resolute Forest Products by Ajogan LP, a partnership of Rainy River First Nations and the BMI Group, in March of last year.
It's an investment. They need to make a profit. They're not there just to provide a service like a municipality is.
Halikas says the company has been open and responsive, and that a November 7th meeting between Ajogan and government representatives at all levels and from both sides of the border was one of the most productive he's ever attended. Nevertheless, he thinks Ottawa should have purchased the bridge in the first place.
Council last term lobbied heavily that the government should be involved and they should buy the bridge and they should operate the bridge. Well, the government didn't listen.
Halikas is hopeful that the government is listening now. He praises Thunder Bay Rainy River MP Marcus Pulowski for endorsing the idea of a publicly owned bridge. In the meantime, Pulowski says his government is looking at possibly subsidizing maintenance costs of the bridge, parts of which are more than a century old.
Otherwise, that comes out of the revenues of the owners of the bridge, and in order to pay for that, it comes out of the pockets of people going back and forth across the border. So I think we're looking at short-term answers and long-term answers, and I agree with you. The long-term answer is a publicly owned bridge.
Given the age of the bridge, Halikas says the town is calling for a new bridge built and owned by either Canada or the U.S. Pulowski says that many more meetings will be needed before the issue can be resolved. Lee Noonan, TBT News.